Hello friends, today we will discuss about the background or we can say that biography of Marx in a nutshell. So let us start now. Marx has been described as one of the most influential figures in human history as a philosopher, economist, historian, sociologist, political theorist, journalist, and social revolutionary. So we can see here the very diversified personality the Marx was. Many intellectuals, labor unions, artists, and political parties worldwide have been influenced by Marx's work, with many modifying or adapting his ideas. Marx is typically cited as one of the principal architects of modern social science. Karl Heinrich Marx, this was his full name, was born on 5th May 1818 to Heinrich Marx and Henriette Pressburg in Trier, an ancient city in Germany. Both parents were from rabbinical families. Rabbi means religious teacher in Judaism. Marx's grandfather was the rabbi of the Trier, but his father opted as law profession. But after Napoleon's defeat in 1815 at Waterloo, the Rhineland came into the conservative control of Kingdom of Prussia, which banned Jews from occupying any legal position. In 1818, he, that means father of Marx, Heinrich Marx, converted into Christianity, Protestant Christianity, and continued his profession as lawyer. Marx's father was a non-religious Christian, a classical liberal, a man of enlightenment influenced by the ideas of Immanuel Kant and Voltaire. Marx's mother, Henriette Pressburg, was a Dutch Jewish woman from a prosperous business family that later founded the company Philips Electronics. Marx got education at home until the age of 12. After that he graduated from Trier Gymnasium, and after that Karl enrolled in the University of Bonn in 1835 at the age of 17. He wished to study philosophy and literature, but his father insisted on law as more practical field of study because his father was having the law background and he wanted his son to be in the same field. Now, at what happened at Bonn, Marx joined the Poetic Club, a group containing political radicals that were monitored by the police. He also joined the Trier Tavern Club of drinking society where many ideas were discussed with drinks, where Marx addicted to heavy drinking and smoking. But due to his poor academic performance, his father transferred him to a far more serious and academically oriented University of Berlin, where his legal studies became less significant than excursion into philosophy and history. That means he was not interested in legal study. Rather, he was much more interested in philosophy and history. However, even after Marx moved to Berlin, his parents remained very much concerned with his lifestyle, heavy drinking and smoking, and extravagance. That means wasting too much of money. His mother regular letter to him emphasized the importance of healthy living. Marx rarely replied to his family letters or even visited them. After receiving a letter from Karl in November 1837, his father responded in a critical fashion as, "Your conduct has consisted merely in disorder, meandering in all the field of knowledge, musty traditions by somber lamplight, degeneration in a learned dressing gown with uncombed hair has replaced degeneration with a beer glass, and a sucking unsociably and refusal of all conventions, and even all respect for your father." That means refusal of all convention and even all respect for your father. Your intercourse with the world is limited to your sordid dirty room, where perhaps lie abandoned in the classical disorder the love letter of Jenny, Karl's fiancée, and the tear-stained counsel of your father. And do you think that here in this workshop of senseless and aimless learning you can ripen the fruits to bring you and your loved one happiness? As though we were made of gold, my gentleman son disposes of almost 700 thaler silver coins issued by various German states from 15th to 19th century in a single year in contraventions to every agreement and every usage, whereas the richest spend no more than 500. So we can see here Marx was spending too much. Even richest were spending 500 thalers, but Marx spending was 700. So you can imagine the situation of his father. In the eyes of his father, Marx was a ration, that means barbad beta in Hindi, an indifferent brother, a selfish lover, an irresponsible student, and reckless spendthrift, that means paisa lutane wala. He accused Marx of possessed a demonic spirit. In Berlin, Marx joined the Doctors' Club, a group of young radicals under the influence of Hegel critical method. They aimed at very basic foundation of conservative Prussian establishment. The young Hegelians were critical to the Hegel philosophy and adopted his dialectical method to criticize established norms, politics, and religion. Now, what is dialectic? Let us see that. Dialectic or dialectic method, also known as the dialectical method, is a discourse free from subjective elements such as emotional appeal between two or more people holding different viewpoints about a subject but wishing to establish the truth through reasoned arguments. So here you see here the Marx is involved in drinking party. Now Marx was sent to Berlin to study law, but he quit it and instead studied philosophy and completed a PhD in philosophy in 1841. So he rebelled against his father. Simply, Marx wanted to join academic career, but barred from joining because of his radical viewpoints and deep association with young Hegelians, those who were very radical and against the establishment, and they were heavily criticizing the present government on that time. He turned to journalism, anti-establishment journalism, and moved to Cologne, Germany in 1842 and started writing for radical newspaper criticizing European governments including Russian monarchy. So he joined some radical newspaper. I have not mentioned the name. Now, what is criticizing European government, including Russian monarchy as well as the liberal and socialist leaders of that time and their movement, whom he thought ineffective and counterproductive. Newspaper was banned. He was expelled from Germany in 1843. So let us see where he went after expulsion. Meanwhile, in between on 19th June 1843, Marx married his childhood sweetheart Jenny von Westphalen, to whom he got engaged in 1836. Now, after expulsion, he went to Paris, France, and worked there to unite German and French radicals. On 28 August 1844, he met the German socialist revolutionary Friedrich Engels, and it was the beginning of a strong lifelong friendship. Both were convinced that working class would be the agent and the instrument of final revolution in the history. During his stay in Paris, 1843-45, Marx engaged in an intensive study of political economy, capitalism, the French socialist, and the history of France. It set the foundation of his most revolutionary work, Das Kapital, which revolutionized the working class movements across the world in late 19th and 20th century. In between, he was also editing a radical newspaper and organizing and directing the efforts of revolutionary popular uprisings. In 1845, he was expelled from France. Now, what happened after expulsion from France? Marx moved to Belgium in February 1845. To stay in Belgium, he had to pledge not to publish anything about contemporary politics, but he continued his critical study of capitalism and political economy and mobilizing the members of the League of the Just. What was the League of the Just? A secret radical organization established in 1836 in Germany. In April 45, Engels also moved from Germany to Brussels to join Marx in growing and mobilizing the members of the League of the Just. Later, Mary Bond, the revolutionary and the long-time companion of Marx from England, also joined, and other radicals also joined. Here, Marx and Engels worked together and developed and stated in detail the materialistic conception of history. That means historical materialism. In their book, The German Ideology, in 1845. While residing in Brussels, Marx organized the working class into a mass movement that would bring working class revolution. Accordingly, in 1847, the League of Just was recognized into a new open political society that appealed directly to the working class. That means the League of Just became open. This new open society was called the Communist League. So, the society, it was no more secret. Marx and Engels worked together and published the Communist Manifesto, a pamphlet, in 21st Feb 1845. It was the program of actions for the Communist League, Communist Manifesto. The opening line of the pamphlet set for the principal basis of Marx ideology. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggle. It highlighted the antagonism between the bourgeoisie, that means wealthy capitalist class, and the proletariat, the industrial working class, and the purpose of the Communist League to overthrow the capitalist society and replace it with socialism. So that was the Marx ideology. That means existing society is the history of class struggle. It also highlighted the antagonism between the bourgeoisie, that means capitalist, and the proletariat, that means working class. And the purpose of the Communist League is to overthrow the capitalist society and replace it with socialism. So it was very radical and revolutionary ideology was there. It was there. This was the year 1848 when the Europe experienced a series of protests, rebellion, and violent upheaval that became known as the Revolution of 1845, and Marx was very much responsible for it. Through his ideology we can sense. In France, a revolution led to the overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of the French Second Republic. Meanwhile, Marx was expelled from Brussels for his radical activities, and he moved to Paris with hope that France will be safe under new republican government. So Marx was getting expulsion from one country to another country. Temporarily settling down in Paris, Marx transferred the Communist League headquarters to the city and also set up German Workers' Club with various German socialists living there to spread a revolution in Germany. In the same year, Marx moved back to Cologne and started publishing newspaper. So this was his newspaper name. With the money he received through his recent inheritance from his father. Again, Marx was put on trial on several occasions for inciting armed rebellion and other radical activities. His newspaper was banned and he was forced to leave the country. In May 1849, he returned to Paris, but soon he was expelled from Paris for being political threat. In June 1849, he moved to London. The headquarters of he also moved the headquarters of Communist League to London. In London, Marx involved so deeply into his study that he had no sustainable way of learning, and his family sank into extreme poverty. His 3 children died without medication, so we can imagine the miserable situation of the Marx. He was still a workaholic. His main source of money was Engels, whose own source was his wealthy industrialist father. To sustain their life, they turned towards international journalism. Between 1852 to 1862, his principal earning came through his work in New York Daily Tribune. But in 1863, he was forced to resign because of his radical viewpoints. In 1864, Marx became deeply involved in the International Workmen's Association, also known as First International. Paris Commune of 1871, when the workers of the Paris rebelled against their government and held the city. So here Paris Commune of 1871, the workers of Paris rebelled against their government and held the city for 2 months, during which more than 50,000 people killed was influenced by the First International. In 1867, his most influential work, Das Kapital, was published, which highlighted the exploitative nature of capitalism and the exploitation of working class. It was in the context of hardship suffered by 19th century workers in England, France, and Germany, 3 topmost industrialized societies. It was the time when industrialization was sweeping entire Europe and workers were forced to work 18 to 19 hours at Miegerwes. By 1872, Das Kapital was published in over 40 languages. Marx's ideas revolutionized the world. Communist uprisings were frequent across the world, where industrialization was sweeping. However, there were no well-organized demands and leadership, but great deal of bloodshed. So it was revolution was very much violent. Many people killed. In 1870s was the last decade of Marx's life. He beset with multiple chronic illness like liver and gall problems, asthma, insomnia, eye inflammation, and other diseases due to heavy consumption of alcohol and tobacco, very poor irregular diet, and excessive nocturnal study. He was studying too much in the night. His eternally beloved Jenny died of liver cancer in 1881. Marx also so ill that he could not attend her funeral. His favorite daughter, also named Jenny, died of the same disease 2 years later. That same year, on March 17, 1883, Marx passed away sitting in his chair. There was no will or estate. Marx was buried at Highgate Cemetery in London along with his love Jenny. So it's all about background and biography. We can say biography of Marx in a brief way. Thank you very much.